Will democracy still reign? Is the PlayStation pushing their levels to another level and getting pushed back? What happened with that? Tomb Raider and Microsoft. Crystal D, what's going on? I need to know what's happening there. And we didn't get BlizzCon this year, but QuakeCon has a show. And these countdowns is happening for Microsoft's video games that's coming out right now. You know, Hellblade 2, that's about to hit. And I want to know what is going on with this June show. I need all the input. We're going to start doing our countdown to the June show. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
We got a lot to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. We got a lot to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. So it's time to crush.
Okay, so as we see, Sony doubles down on removing Helldivers 2 from sale in 177 countries and territories that can't access PSN, while Arrowhead CEO says, I don't have the final say. Over 211,000 negative Steam reviews and counting for the former People's Champion of 2024. Now, you know, PC Gamer is a good site to go to. I like to go to lordsofgaming.net. But for this whole thing that we're talking about here, you know, even as members of Helldivers or studio Arrowhead Games says, the discussions around Sony's controversial PlayStation Network sign-in requirement for Helldivers 2 on PC are still ongoing. It looks like the publisher is doubling down on the move, halting sales of the game in countries where it doesn't offer the service. In theory, Helldivers 2 was always supposed to require players to sign into the PlayStation Network in the game, but this was not the required at launch due to network infrastructure limitations. See, this is the problem right here. PlayStation never had an infrastructure set up for multiplayer games. Remember, Helldivers 2 early server woes. 2 days ago, Sony announced that it would begin enforcing the requirement in a month-long rollout. That didn't go well. That absolutely went disgustingly terrible. You know, but as we can admit, Sony saw something and stuff had to happen.
A few moments later.
Oh, Sony backs down on demand that the Helldivers 2 players log into PlayStation Network account. A few days ago, Sony posted a message to Steam noting that due to technical issues at the launch of Helldivers 2, we allowed the linking requirements for the Steam accounts to the PlayStation Network account to be temporarily optional. The grace period is now will expire, and that didn't go down well with PC players, who were delighted to allow to hand over their personal details to Sony. Listen, they dropped over 200,000 negative reviews on Helldivers 2, leading to an apology from the developer Arrowhead CEO. While some of the complaints on social media have edged over into a tantrum territory, there are valid issues behind the uproar. Not every country can access PlayStation Network, and Helldivers 2 ended up being pulled off from sale in 177 countries and territories that could previously buy the game and play it without worry. That's a huge problem. You know, I'm not gonna lie, that is absolutely disgusting in what's going on. But wait, people, there's more. As Helldivers 2's Steam reviews begin to recover, Arrowhead CEO shares an accidental cape design based upon its overwhelming negative rating, and of course the community wants it added to the game. It's been a rough few days for Helldivers 2 developer Arrowhead, seemingly blindsided by Sony's attempt to restore the requirement for Steam players to link their game to a PlayStation Network account, which was suspended at the launch due to the game's extensive technical issues. The studio has seen its game subject to a ferocious review bombing campaign, with its recent review score dropping to an overwhelmingly negative rating. I mean, they dropped down to the 40s, people, and that was not a good look. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the community galvanized and went with each other and fought back everything that PlayStation was trying to do. We're gonna tell you, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm going to tell you that the PlayStation fan base was not the ones that did this. This was absolutely the PC fan base who stood their ground, fought back, and they will not be treated like second-class citizens, knowing exactly what they bring to the table. This is one of those topics that I wanted to talk about and I wanted to get into because this has been gripping the gaming sphere. I'm not going to sit here and cap. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to tell you something that I don't know because I don't know. I did not purchase Helldivers 2 on the PlayStation. I damn sure didn't purchase it on the PC. But I'm going to say I stand with the people who decided to fight. Now, initially, if that thing was launched with that requirement, because I can understand Sony's point of this. Sony's point of this was something that was necessary, that was supposed to be inside the game, that we took out because of the infrastructure. Sony was not built for multiplayer games, all right? They can do it, but them housing it and doing it themselves, which is falling all on them, that seems to have been an issue. They were going through technical issues early and they got the game running to everybody, and that was a fantastic thing by removing that requirement, right? So now if they figured everything out and they're going back to go put that requirement in place, people got used to something. You got over 200,000 people or more that got used to something. Now, to be banned in 177 countries and territories, that's wild. And for a game that has been going on sale there and for them to remove it, that's crazy. I wouldn't know how to feel if I purchased something and I wasn't able to utilize it and take advantage of my purchase one morning after somebody decided that I needed to log in, knowing that I wasn't able to log in my country. These are conversations that we're supposed to have as gamers because this stuff pushes the needle. I did not know PlayStation wasn't available worldwide. That's my level of ignorance when it comes to the PlayStation Network. I thought they were available all over the world. I thought everybody had access to it. Now, I'm not saying everybody per se. I know like small countries that don't have Wi-Fi, that don't have an infrastructure. Those are the countries that I'm thinking about. But that's not the case here. Some of these countries do have Wi-Fi. Some of these people does have infrastructure. I don't know the logistics about it. I automatically assumed, and I kid you not, that PlayStation was available everywhere and PSN was available for everyone at every country. This is a shocker to me on so many different fronts. But it's also eye-opening to see how a community can come together and can fight back for democracy. I see the people that is passionate about it, like Spectre799, who made this video. And if y'all don't know him, please go to his channel. I believe his channel is one of the best, brightest new channels that is coming up right now. And he is a Helldiver aficionado. He even made me, by watching his video, feel like I wanted to buy that game. So, hey, man, go check him out. Go check that video out. And I might dive deep into the hellscape of Helldivers 2. That might happen. Because if this community can fight this hard for their rights, then I want to be part of people that stand up. These are people that held the line when it mattered most. They did not fight back weakly. They fought back strong. They fought back with the tools that was afforded to them. They went straight to Steam and they advanced the line. I appreciate them. So I salute you, Helldiver community. I salute everybody that's there. And I don't know, I might be joining you guys because I want to be part of communities that stick together, that fight that way. But I'll be doing it from my PC. And I'll log into my PlayStation Network through my PC because I want to game at the highest fidelity. And the PlayStation allows me to do so. Thank you, PlayStation. Thank you, Sony, for going day and date on PC with Helldivers 2. And thank you, Sony, for bending the knee to the community that didn't want to take your totalitarian dictatorship, and they fought back. See, Sony, this is what happens when you don't control everything and you don't have absolute power. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. You know exactly how we do it over here. We're going to keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. I can't wait. The next topic is incredible. Okay. So the new Tomb Raider game is an open world set in India, says the rumor. A new rumor about the new Tomb Raider game is making its rounds, and according to this rumor, the next installment in the series is taking Lara Croft to India and will be fully open world. It has been 6 years since the last Tomb Raider game, with that game being Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which wrapped up the Survivor trilogy that rebooted the entire franchise. We know a lot is going on with the series, but we don't have many details. For example, there's a proper new game in the works, among other things, at the series developer Crystal Dynamics. This reveal was back in 2022 alongside word it would be an Unreal Engine 5 experience. Since then, there's only been rumors about this project. Fast forward, and that is what we have, another rumor. The rumor claims the game will feature a big map which players will be able to traverse around on motorcycle parachutes. Parachutes are mentioned as either there will be cliff diving or players will have access to some type of air vehicle. I think that's amazing. I think that is something that's incredible. I think that's something that we should get into, and I want to delve deep into this topic. All right. So, getting to the next topic, I think Tomb Raider is one of my favorite franchises. The Survivor series was something fantastic to behold. The Definitive Edition just launched inside Game Pass, along with Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Now, Shadow of the Tomb Raider and the Definitive Edition launching inside Game Pass isn't something that will raise an eyebrow, but these are games that have been there already. Crystal Dynamics is teasing the new Tomb Raider. Is this breadcrumbs leading up to the June show? Is this breadcrumbs leading us to a purchase of Crystal Dynamics, which I talked about a long time ago? I believe Microsoft brings Crystal Dynamics into the fold. I believe the new Tomb Raider is going to be a game that is going to release on the Xbox console inside Game Pass, and then will be a third-party title to be sold across the many platforms. But I think this move signifies a bigger move that Microsoft is making when it comes to Crystal Dynamics and the Tomb Raider franchise. Will I be opposed to this? Not at all, because I happen to love Lara Croft and I love all the stuff about it. Does this give Xbox a leg up when it comes to the Uncharted series? I believe so. I've always said go back to the source and get the source, and the source is Tomb Raider. Now, we also know that Microsoft has Indiana Jones that's launching at the end of this year as an exclusive title inside Game Pass. But now that you have locked up either the grandfather and the daughter to go up against Nathan Drake, I think that is a formidable team that you have going forward. I don't know. Tell me, what do you think? Do you think that the next Tomb Raider could be on Xbox and be produced by Microsoft Studios that acquired Crystal D? Because I believe Microsoft isn't finished purchasing publishers and developers. And I always believed that Crystal Dynamics was on their radar. Same thing with Eidos. So, is that happening? Should it happen? Do you want to have it? Do you want to see it happen? Because right now with those games inside Game Pass, it takes nothing to make those games permanent and bring the whole trilogy right back to where the source is. And we know Indy loves company. And Laura definitely knows how to raid these tombs. So I hear it's set in India, the next open world. I can't wait. Motorcycle traversal, helicopters, parachutes. I want to know where they're going to take her, what they're going to do, and using the Unreal 5 engine, that is something that I'm up for. That is something that I'm down for. That is something that I'm sticking around for. Shout out to Xbox for doing the hard work. Shout out to Crystal D for being there on point. I can't wait to play the game. I love all the rumors. I cannot wait to see the game. I know the game is going to look incredible. This is for female exploration, in dangerous territories, I'm down for each and every last one of those games. Now, this is a natural occurrence that happens almost annually. FanFest, Xbox FanFest, the stuff that they give back to the fans. And as you can see here, they got the the Call of Duty Redacted in Xbox Game Showcase, June 9th. I want to say thank you to each and every last person that donated to getting me to California. I'm truly humbled. You guys don't know what it means to me for you guys to have donated at Iron Lords Podcast this last Sunday. And we had overextended ourselves with the PAX East stuff, and we was trying to bring y'all guys as much coverage, but we had the largest turnout that we've ever had with our writers at lordsofgaming.net. So see that love reciprocated and turned back to me. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys. So this is a showcase, and this is what we're trying to get into. I also put in for my FanFest tickets and the trip and stuff like that. If that happens, then we're going to work on something. But this is what we're looking at, and I want to talk about the games that's going to be at the show. So from all the games that's going to be released this June, at the June showcase, I want to know what you guys are expecting other than the games that we have coming forward. Because right now, we have Hellblade 2 that's about to drop in the next couple of weeks, and that's going to be incredible. Then we're going into the June showcase, what games are going to be shown for the rest of the year. We already know about Avowed. We already know about Indiana Jones. We're already seen Hellblade. It's so many different games that we do know that's coming out, but what games are we truly anticipating? Flintlock, Siege of Dawn, that stuff is very good. I mean, there's so many different games that have me amped up and ready to play through my whole Xbox experience this year. I mean, through either PC, is it on a tablet, is it on your handheld? Because, I play it on my ROG, play it on my Steam Deck, I play my games. I get busy. And the fact that we will have VR this year with teaming up with MetaQuest, I believe that Xbox is trying to hit everything at all fronts. Pause. But, Flintlock looks great. You have Hollow Knight, Silksong. It's so many different games. I want to know what games that y'all are anticipating seeing at this show, playing and getting this year. This year is a stack year for Xbox, for Game Pass, for Xbox Studios in general. Through all the games that they do have, we need to get to these topics. We need to talk more about it. I want to know what y'all expecting from this show. This year at this show, this E3 show, no longer E3, but is the Microsoft event in June, where they have seemingly taken over. Jeff is there with Summer Game Fest. Microsoft is there, always being the willing participant to keep our gaming space traditional, respectful, respecting tradition. All these games that we're going to have come out, all the games that we're going to see, I want to see Gears of War campaign. I want to see if they jazz up the multiplayer, if they do something that's a little outrageous, a little different. I want to know if Halo's going to make an appearance. I want to know if Fable's going to make an appearance. I want to know if you're going to get more information on the Forza Motorsports, if they fixed the stuff in there that I had issues with. What's going on, what's going forward, what's happening over at Xbox and Microsoft. They have so many teams, they have so many games. Will we see the next Doom Genesis? Will we see the next Quake? Because QuakeCon is just showing up, and that's going to be in August, and that's something that I'm looking forward to as well. I think August 8th to the 10th. QuakeCon is something that, listen, if you're a Quake fan, if you know where Quake comes from, you know what everything is about with Quake, that fast switch, that tournament feel, that feel of gaming in general, the push to be great. I love that. Unreal Tournament was a huge piece of the original OG Xbox, and I cannot wait to see it make its resurgence and make its comeback here. We did get a little bit of Quake 2 and a lot of that old school flavor, and it was moving fast at 120 frames per second. It's something incredible. What games do you want to see? I want to see Outer World 2 personally. What games do you want to see? I want y'all to leave comments. I want y'all to interact. I want you to tell me what games you want to see, because I want to be front and center. I want to be sitting right there. And again, I tell you, thank each and every last one of you guys that donated to get me to the showcase, to get me to California, to get me there. I appreciate each and every last one of you. It's very humbling. It's very, hard to accept anything, because I feel that, everything needs to be earned. And I'm going to get out there and I'm going to definitely give y'all guys your value. I appreciate each and every last one of you. Again, I'm truly humbled. I am truly blessed. But this is the part in the video where I'm going to tell you to like, follow, and subscribe. I'm going to ask you to share it out. And I'm going to take that logo and I'm going to throw it around that Tomb Raider, because you know damn well I want Tomb Raider to be home with Xbox. Try to play the Game Pass. Hey guys, we have a member of our community that needs our help. So please donate if you can to Cerebral Paul. He's one of our best and our brightest in our Xbox community. He helps out all the time. The guy is a selfless guy. He's in a predicament where he's going to be displaced from his home due to no fault of his own. All he tries to do is stream. He suffers from cerebral palsy. Great guy. So if you can find it in your heart to donate anything that you can, have it right here so you can see it, where you can reach out to him and actually make a donation. So this is the King stepping up to the plate, asking everyone on the front line, we can pitch in, we can help out, and we can do all we can to help our fellow gamer in need.